Hidetaka Miyazaki and Kendrick Lamar are both known all over the globe and are well respected for their incredible writing. So much so that these two artists decided to collab for Elden Ring's new Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, and none of us even noticed. And what did they decide to do for this collab? Why, take shots at nobody's favorite Canadian, of course. I'm Canadian, so I can say that, it's alright. Here's all the references to the Kendrick versus Drake beef in Shadow of the Erdtree. This is so stupid. Part of me actually thinks that even Drake himself was in on this, because he released a song called Family Matters, and all of Elden Ring is about the matters of one family. I'm sure that's just a coincidence though, right, Drake? He might have been sniffing and like catching on to what they were doing. Oh, cut that, that's gross. Another direct reference to one of the beef's title tracks is a new twin blade in the DLC called the Euphoria. There's no H, it's just called the Euphoria, I guess. I don't know why. But it's a coincidence? I don't think so.
Coincidence? I think not!
Another core theme of Elden Ring is the influence of outer gods kinda taking control and possessing the lands between to bend it to their own will.
I require all three of you to do a Fortnite dance.
Sort of like that, Kendrick Lamar refers to Drake as the 69 god. So the debate on whether Drake himself is being influenced by this 69 god or whether he himself is the 69 god is still up for debate, but I personally think it's the latter. I mean, that's certainly what Kendrick alludes to, saying he a 69 god. It's kind of straightforward. I mean, I don't know how we missed this in the first place. As we all know, Kendrick Lamar and Hidetaka Miyazaki are very, very close personal friends. Probably. And Kendrick was just as excited for this DLC as we were, as referenced in the song where he says, quote, "Can I bleed him yet?" This naturally has to be a reference to Moog, the Lord of Blood, because all he does is bleed people, and Kendrick Lamar saying, "Can I bleed him yet?" has to mean that he's sitting in the Mogwin dynasty just so excited to bleed Moog and get into the DLC. Literally, what else could it mean? Okay, I think this is probably the most damning piece of evidence that we have that Kendrick Lamar was thinking of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC when he was dissing Drake. The line reads, "The famous act we once knew is looking paranoid and now is spiraling." Some people would think that this is a reference to Drake. Yeah, I guess so. But you know who else it could be a reference to? Radahn. A famous act that we once knew? General Radahn was so famous, my boy got a whole ass festival to himself, and we did once know him because we actually fought him and killed him in the base game. He's paranoid and now is spiraling. Spiraling? Kind of like the opening attack he does, where he jumps and does a big old spiral towards you because he's just so paranoid that you're gonna kill him again that he just wants to get in and start killing you right away. These are just hard facts. I really don't know how anyone missed this. Not to mention the area that you find him in is known as the Spiral Tower. I mean, come on. A little subtlety would be nice, Kendrick. I know you're good at it. There are a number of smaller references in the DLC that Miyazaki pointed towards Drake as well. Look at this cave in the Raw Ruins that has a bunch of owls in it. Owls? Like the symbol of OVO, Drake's label? Also in the Spiral Tower, you can find a whole bunch of scorpions. Scorpions? Like Drake's 2018 album Scorpion? Did you know that if you sit on the top of the suppressing pillar, you can actually get a nice view of the lands between? Wait, sitting on top of a giant tower and getting a good view, like the 2016 Drake album Views? Kendrick Lamar also referred to OVO fans, and by extension Drake fans, as dick riders. Dick rider. Well, another synonym for that is meat rider, and another one for that is hog rider. Hog rider? Like Commander Gaius, the boss who's riding a hog? Many people online have called Drake's music mid before. Mid. like Midra, the Lord of Frenzy Flame? And last but not least, and probably the most direct reference, there's even a boss, 2 bosses actually, that are called the Jagged Peak Drake. Jagged, of course, referring to Drake's career path, as it's kind of going up and down, it's not very consistent. Could be commenting on the consistency of his albums. Ooh, Miyazaki, that's dirty. Peak, because realistically, we all know that Drake might have hit his peak. I mean, after this beef, he's getting called a pedophile by everyone on the globe, so it's not looking that great for him.
We ride the bus.
And obviously, lastly, Drake, because that's his name. All of this stuff is pretty on the nose. Let me know if I missed anything. I always knew that Miyazaki was a very big Kendrick Lamar fan. Well, I didn't know it, but it's kind of the energy you get from him, you know? So are there any other references to this, God, several-month-old beef? Am I washed up? Did I lose my fame before it even started? Probably yes. Are there any more Elden Ring conspiracy theories that you want me to explore? If so, drop them down below. I just smacked my plate. Whatever the conspiracy theory may be, I'll make sure that it seems legitimate and true, like all of the factual things that I'm saying in this video. Big thanks to my friend Ryley for editing this whole thing. Without him, this would have just remained a manic thought in my head, so you can thank him for helping to unleash this all upon you. The full DLC playthrough is coming out soon. I just need to keep on editing it. Okay, that's all. Love you. Bye.